Hey, do you think communication, leadership, teamwork, project management, these are skills which are in any way really good for you and your life, and you could like make money with those, you can become, self-employed, it may be part of a job, anywhere where these kind of skills would be really very valuable for you in your life. Well, and I think these are, like communication, it's like all over the place. You can use this for your partnership, for your family, for your friends and so on, and your surroundings. And of course, in work, even if when you are employed anywhere, communication, very, very important skill. Leadership, if you say, hey, I just don't want to be a follower, I want to be a leader, I want to like impact something. Like, it's also a skill where I think it's worth so much. Teamwork, you want to, usually when you're working, you're part of a team, you want to get teamwork done. Very, very important. And of course, project management, if you say, hey, if I want to do my startup maybe, that's like a project, or any kind of project where you want to get people involved to do something. So teamwork, really, really big thing. And the idea here is that we do communication, leadership, and team training. And this is like a thing you can like hop on and say, hey, I want to join this. And we linked this together with our purpose. We do this for Reduce CO2 Now. So this, you're going to be part of a project, or you do your project yourself, and it's somehow linked to our purpose, reduce CO2 now. It's not like that you do like, oh, I want to do, No, the idea really is that it's somehow linked to our purpose. And of course, there's like lots and lots of stuff you can do. But, how does it actually work? So the intention is that you get trained in communication, leadership, and teamwork. Well, that's like the basic. And we link this together with our purpose, reduce CO2 now. So somehow it's always like linked to that purpose. And it's an on-the-job training. It's not, we provide also like online materials and stuff like this. But, it's really like, it's really on-the-job training. It's not like talking about and learning something, how project management works. It's really like you do on-the-job training and get meaningful results. That's like the difference. It's not like reading a book about project management and then you're a project manager. No, you're really experiencing to be project. And also like, you can read lots of stuff about communication and you have wonderful insights. No, but we are like really training on people in communication. So you're getting some practices on how to do better communication and you train them. Okay. So that's how it works. And we have like, it's basically, it's like a hop on, hop off kind of thing. You say, hey, yeah, I want to do this. Yeah, fine. And you can basically like start anytime. That's like really simple. Then we have different roles, because it's always like linked with project. It's all, Reduce CO2 Now, we are a very big project. So there is like, you can become a project team member. So you can just start, but you say, I have no clue about this yet. I start with being a team member somewhere. Okay, that's fine. You can be a project manager. You can say, hey, I'm going to run my own project. I have an idea for a project, like I want to like do this, and you make project plans and so on and train this. You can be a senior project manager. That's a person who's like and you are supervising project managers. Yeah. So you have a bigger reach. You can also be like a project management officer. That's like you say, I'm not like doing the whole project management thing yet, but I'm like supporting the project manager in essential skills like planning and, reporting, all kinds of stuff where you say, hey, there are things which have to be done in a project and I'm starting with those and I still have my project manager who's training me. So these kind of things. So that are the different possibilities there of the roles, and you decide what you want to do. For example, you say, hey, I want to do my own project. You build up your team, get these people on board, and then you like, do a project with them together. And like, trust me, I've done project. Basically, it's 99% of the whole thing is communication. That's why communication, leadership, and so on is really important. So you can set up your project, or you can work inside of a project, all kinds of possible. So we said, yeah, you can jump on anytime. And, I'm reading this Reddit article we have here, and I'm going to link this in the description or in the comments. Yeah. So, and what is now the special stuff? Yeah, well, you get a sort of a project partner which is doing coaching with you. And you are, by the way, coaching that person. So you're also learning coaching, because you know what you should be doing really well, and then you're like doing this so it's a reciprocal kind of thing. Really, it's works really fantastic. And then we have workshops, like at least once per quarter we are having workshops and training people in things, setting up like the next quarter. And then there can be all kinds of meetings, what people organize in between, like training sessions. And of course, we have online material where we say, oh yeah, somebody was like having this issue. So we put like, for example, some article out there and make some video to it that I can learn. I have like a sort of an online university here. Good. And so if you want to do this and think, oh, that's really great. So you want to become into this program, there's something like a minimum requirement here, because let's say you can decide how much time you want to invest in this, and of course the more you probably have more results, but the minimum is 2 hours per week to work on this. And 1 hour is you're going to enroll people into something like joining the project, following, networking with us, any kind of thing. But you are going to have like conversations with people. So you're talking to people, or you're addressing them and talking them. It can be like just talk to your friends or whoever. Your 1 hour is just basically talking and having conversations with people about joining the project, whatever. Like you try to enroll them into something. So you are having conversations. That's like 1 hour. You are communicating with people. And basically, of course, we want that this is mostly really verbal conversation, because that's where real communication training is. We are not like training so much on texting. It's not, So it's really like verbal communication. That sometimes it's scary for people, but like you get this training, and we have like exercises how you overcome fears. And yeah, let's say it's like absolutely fantastic. I have like experience in this area. It's awesome, and you get just this training. So it's like 2 hours is like the minimum, because I think below that it doesn't really, you don't really get any effect. But so you can have more. You can say, I'm going to do 6, 5, 10 hours, whatever you want. It's like you plan this, but the minimum is, let's say, 2 hours per week. And the other hour is that you're working somehow on a project, on something. You create content, you manage something, whatever. It's like at least 1 hour to be, having conversations with people, because it's called the communication, leadership, and team training thing. So you have to communicate with people. And the other thing is that you're doing something in the project. That's like the absolute minimum requirement for this, and to be part of that. So 2 hours. You can have more. It's up to you, and we decide on this before. And then there's like a weekly call with the team. That's also like you want to be there. That you are part of the team and be there. So that's like the minimum requirement. You like 1 hour talking to people, 1 hour like working on the project, and you'll be part of a team meeting, which shouldn't be really that long, maybe half an hour, 3/4 of an hour or so. And and one thing, there is also money involved, and you have to do a monthly payment, but you decide on how much. Especially it's about how much worth it is for you. And I would say like something like €1 is like the absolute minimum, But it really depends on where you are and so on. But you decide on how much money you pay. By the way, it's a full donation to the project, so we are going to use it for all kinds of stuff. It's not, nobody's going to get a salary out of this. It's going to be used somewhere to raise the ideas of, reduce CO2 now. So, but you decide. And by the way, there's a fact. If you don't pay for something, it's not valuable for you. But the more you pay, it's some psychological effect. The more you pay for it, the more you value it. But it's up to you. We don't tell you how much you pay, but you have to pay something. Like it is €1. I think that's manageable for everybody, but you're welcome to do more, because that's a really important thing, psychological stuff. You know, if you pay like 10,000 euro per month for this, you will get lots and lots of stuff out of it, you know. But you know, if you pay 100 euro, if you pay 50 or 20, or if you're a student, if you pay 10, you know, if it's, you know, it's something where you say this is a valuable amount of money for it and I pay it, you are going to take the whole thing more seriously. Yeah, because the more you give into this, you more they get out of it. You know, if you're just being there, and you know, yeah, no, that's not going to really be very effective for you. But hey, that's the communication, leadership, and team training. So you're getting real life experience in communication, leadership. You know, you're going to be leading meetings. You know, you're going to be the one who is leading a meeting. You're the one who's going to moderate a meeting. You're learning this on the job. You're not like giving you know, of course there's like online stuff, you know, like a video. Oh, when you're doing meeting, you know, these are kind of valuable stuff to do. There's somewhere there's like written stuff and it's like on a video and so on. But so you can learn this with all this content and, you know, like get all other online content as well. But you know, what we give you is an opportunity to actually train this on the job. You know, because you can watch like hundreds of videos about communication. If you don't talk to anybody, you didn't learn anything. You know, it's really like exercise. Yeah? Good. So, and well, and then of course you can put this in your resume. And you know, the idea is really that you use it in your real life. And one part of this can be, for example, that you build up your project is build up your own channel, build up your own online presence. And of course, you're totally allowed to copy anything from Reduce CO2 Now and use this to build up your audience. And of course, there's opportunities here to monetize stuff. Yeah, like, you know, you could like provide services for people with health problems, mental problems. You can like even use what you learn and bring this to other people. You know, even you look like what you learn in communication. You can train other people in communication, or you can train other people in. You can like make courses from this, whatever you want. It's like up to you. We train you on stuff, yeah, and you can monetize it. Isn't that great? It's you know, if you look at The Godfather, you know, we are making you an offer which you can't resist. So thank you very much for watching. Please share this, like, subscribe, comment to it, and so on. And of course, you know, get into contact with us and say, hey, I want to be part of this. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great time.